Did you like the trollolos? I really need to change that. That's going to get grating every single day, isn't it? How are we all doing? Good to see the regulars here. Laura, Flame Lily IT, Costado, Richard, Powell, Seraphin. I'm saying that completely wrong, aren't I? How are you all doing? ZX Renew. I'm going to press play on this video while we chat because this has been sent in by David. And it's just David on his daily walk. So we'll just have that in the background while we chat, see where David goes. We can all go on a virtual walk with him. Yeah, how are you all doing? Hello, Matthew. DJ Legion in the house. We got a couple more room tours today. I was hoping to get a show and tell recorded for you today in the cave, but I've been really, really busy trying to finish up the PC Engine. And I'm pleased to say that the extra large bubble wrap has arrived for the IBM PCs that we're selling for charity. So I'm going to try and get them boxed up tomorrow, weigh them, figure out how much they're going to cost, and get a bunch of them on sale for the patrons. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just announce what my eBay account is and then randomly put them up for sale throughout the week so that everyone has an opportunity. I'm just going to make them a fixed price. And then maybe patrons can have maybe say 4 of them and we'll just put names into a hat or something like that. And yes, Flame Lily's mentioned a case. There'll be hopefully some cases left at the end. Obviously I'll probably keep one back just in case there's an absolute disaster in shipping and one gets destroyed or something like that, but you know. So I'm looking forward to getting them out. This is a nice walk, isn't it? I don't know where David lives exactly. Maybe they're the grounds to his house. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, the kind of big hot topic today I noticed while driving home and listening to the radio on the whole COVID situation here in the UK is face masks. Yes or no? For the public, that is. Yes or no? I do see people wearing face masks. I saw one driving home, walking up the street to do his shopping. What's going on in your country? Are face masks considered the norm when you go out and about? I don't think it'll be long before it changes over here. Will Trevor be joining the COVID Diaries anytime soon? We can get Trevor involved. DJ Legion's already been wearing one for 4 weeks and you're in the UK, aren't you, mate? So you can never be too careful. I remember at first when all this started happening and I first saw someone in a face mask and I kind of... My instinct was, what are you doing? That's silly. But actually with hindsight, it's pretty sensible. Vlad's here in the chat. Good to see you, Vlad. We're going to be taking a look at your cave today. DJ Legion has asthma. Okay, you did think at the start, how would people react? I'm sure there's no reaction anymore. Kevin, behave. Face masks, says Delboy says. Gregster, I'm not sure if a face mask is any more or less effective. I'm guessing it's less effective if you have a beard. Although a beard could perhaps offer its own kind of filtration system around the edges. Costado says they're an endless discussion because of the lack of empirical evidence for or against. Yeah. I think one of the big advantages of them is that it just stops you touching your face more than actually any kind of filtration. DJ Legion shaved his beard off. Hello from Manchester, NH. Which county is NH? Is that New Hampshire? So this is a glorious walk. I want to know where David lives now. It's like he lives on some kind of National Trust property. New Hampshire. Thank you, Richard. Oh, and Vlad is recovering. The annoying thing is, Vlad, that we don't know for sure, at least over here, you know, it's difficult to get tested and know for sure if you are then immune to it, if you have any immunity to it. Yeah. So that was David's walk. Thank you, David. Let's see what we've got in the queue today. Now, we've got Tim's cave and we've got Vlad's cave. Tim, we saw his cave last week, and it's prompted him to have a massive tidy up and rearrange everything. So I think we'll look at that second. We'll start with Vlad, who is in the chat. Let's have a look at Vlad, and Vlad does talk us through it. So I'm going to stop the music. And as usual, let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, and we'll see what Vlad's got to show us. Take it away, Vlad. Vlad's cave sounds very sinister, says Castado. Let's find out.
Alright guys, so I thought I'd just do a quick room tour, because it seems to be the thing we're doing now, and it's fun, and it's something to do. I'm enjoying seeing all the other rooms.
And Vlad says, I have a pirate voice. Is that West Country voice, Vlad? What is that accent?
This is mine. This is a spare room, that's why there's a fold-up bed there. But if we just go through the room, obviously we start with the Spectrum, of course.
There's a lot going on here for the senses. I think I'm being bombarded with, is that Monkey Island? I think that's the Monkey Island music playing. And also Castlevania on a ZX Spectrum. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Was there a Castlevania? Is this a modern remake? Anyway, let's carry on.
Which is my original 128 with the flash card inside. But I do have.
RoboCop is wildly popular. Everywhere you go, there's a RoboCop. We've got Paperboy. We've got 2 copies of, is that Ninja Scooter Simulator or Ninja something? Bit Double Dragon. Dan Dare, that was a good one. I enjoyed Dan Dare. Super Robin Hood from the old Oliver Twins. Yeah, look, there's Castlevania. Tell us about that. It was remade 3 years ago, apparently. Awesome. Combat School, the old joystick waggler. Kung Fu Master. Renegade and Target Renegade. Nice. Nice little collection there. I like it.
Quite a few original games. Some of these were ones I had back in the day, and a few.
Pixel says Sinclair test tape. Yeah, I've not seen that one before. It's not something that came with the Spectrums, is it? So, don't know. And Vlad, have you got your RoboCop poster in there?
That I've picked up over time. And at the top, you'll see a few of my box ones.
Batman and Last Ninja 2, those are such iconic boxes. I mean, Afterburner's great as well. But I have this one on my shelf in the cave now, just because this instantly puts me back in the 80s. This is instant nostalgia looking at this box. And this one I had on a smaller cassette, but when you see the big box version, it's such a classic.
Along with the PSVR. Down here are a selection of my consoles. I have.
So what have we got? 360, Wii with a GameCube pad in it. Wii U, another 360. PS4, PS3. Can't make out what this is down there. Maybe it's an upscaler or something.
We
What's this one?
You have been changed to play more games, shall we say. Here is my gaming PC, which currently I use for Launchbox quite a lot.
I've not tried Launchbox, so what's this? Some kind of emulator front end. Nice, very good. Nice
where
looking.
I keep a lot of my retro games on that I can play, just because it's easier sometimes than using the real hardware. There's the Wii and the Switch, and the mic that I only use when I'm playing online, really. Here we have the Amiga, obviously playing Monkey Island, and a few PSP games and manuals.
I've started to see PSP games, quite a lot of them appearing, well, I did before the lockdown, in charity shops. It's always worth looking out because they go for about £1 in the charity shops. I think it's a good time to collect PSP stuff.
There's another Amiga there, and under here is it's one of my record decks. It's the one I just keep for upstairs, just for sort of ease of playing a few games, and my Oculus Quest. Inside this cabinet is where I keep a lot of the tools when I've got to fix a console. I'm not opening it because it's absolute mess in there. And we go over this side.
Notice you never see inside my toolbox during videos. For the same reason.
We have my arcade cab, which I built myself, which, as you can see, if you see down here, is basically just a PC built into a cab.
So, did you cut these to shape yourself then? I mean, that's nicely finished with the T-moulding and everything. Enough buttons to play just about everything. It's nicely done.
With all the buttons wired in to make it work, and it turns on via the buttons on the front and off. And my best thing at the moment is
his Mr. Sheen collection. That is glorious. Is that your best thing? No. What are we looking at? Oh, VHS horror films. Vlad says, yeah, just took a day in the garden. So, nice bit of MDF, cut it to size. I guess you routed the front of it, pushed the T-moulding in. Did you spray it or did you cover it in something? Anyway, let's have a look at these VHSs.
Horror DVD collection, which I'm building up on. VHS collection would be more useful. There we go. This is the main part of the room.
We haven't even got to the main part yet. Okay, so the arcade cab is covered. Nice. I bet that was just a nice, not quick, but satisfying job. Cut some MDF, slap on some self-adhesive vinyl, pop the T-mold in, and suddenly you've got an arcade cabinet.
Everything is wired in. So we start from the top. I just have my
Oh, look at this snazzy lighting. That's pretty posh for a Bristol boy.
My handhelds, and then my GameCube, PlayStation, Neo Geo.
Ooh.
Neo Geo flash card in there at the moment. I have a few games, as you can see.
Neo Geo is a beast of a console, isn't it? Physically. Hello, Tommy. And the shock boxes as well are nice as well.
But they're expensive, so a flash card will do for now. Master System, Sega Saturn, my Tower of Power.
Hold on, we've got a gizmo at the door. Come on then. So we've got the full Mega CD, Mega Drive. It looks like you've got a wireless pad on there, and the 32X. And then Mega Drive Collection. I'm guessing that's an SD card, an EverDrive or something. Gizmo, the real reason we tune in. You can have Gizmo in a minute.
PC Engine, which is my favourite console at the moment.
That's the Duo. Nice.
Dreamcast, Xbox, Atari Jag. One thing I have been trying to do is I'm trying to get as many consoles working wirelessly as possible. I've even managed to get the PC Engine wireless now. So I've got this wireless, as you can see.
Nice. Come on then, Gizmo.
So actually displays. And the lag is minimal. I've also done the same with an Xbox 360 controller onto the original Xbox, which is obviously one of the best controllers out at the moment. And down here on my other consoles, that's an unreleased game for the PC Engine.
Oh, nice.
That I've managed to get hold of, which is quite easy to get hold of, to be honest. Then I have obviously the 3 Nintendo consoles, my video, my Atari 2600, which currently I'm about to AV mod, just when I feel the urge to do it. Then I have my RGB modded Nintendo 64.
There's the VHS player. So this is the horror film corner on the Sony. What is that? Is that a 24-inch widescreen, or is that bigger?
My PS2, which I've also modded and has OBS and its own sort of custom start boot screen on it. And I'm using this card controller on the Nintendo 64, which actually makes it a usable console. Game-wise, I do have a fair few backups and also originals.
Nice. Your mega CDs over. I've just noticed the chat keeps disappearing on the on the stream video, but you've got the live chat box anyway. I'll look into that for tomorrow. Brian Lara's Cricket, Populous, Sonic and Hang On. I'll let you take us through them.
Extra of each. You can't afford all these games, especially when it comes to Sega Saturn. I have all those down there, going down to PC Engine at the bottom, and obviously some Atari 2600.
Nice.
Over this side, a few boxes just because it looks nice. PS1, PS1 American, PS2, and then Wii and GameCube at the bottom.
I love the PS1, but of all of the consoles that you can collect for, the PlayStation 1 boxes just don't grab me as much as others. I don't know why. It's like a fat audio CD box, isn't it? I don't know. I just like them a bit bigger, I guess. The bigger the better. 2,
and then Wii and GameCube at the bottom. I mean, I will say one thing. This is a very good place to be, considering what's going on the road at the moment. Well, that's a quick room tour, guys. Hope everyone is keeping safe, and see you later.
Thank you, Vlad. That's a really nice room. I think you've packed as much as you can in there. I love the goal of making all of those consoles as wireless as possible, so you can just grab a controller, press a button on your Switch box, sit down and play. Nice. A cave that's designed to be played in. It's one of the frustrations of my cave. As much as I love it, it's a cave designed to be a studio rather than to be able to sit down and play all the games in, you know. I need a second cave for that. Anyway, we're going to go to Tim's room now. Did anyone have any questions for Vlad, by the way? If you want to go back and see anything or ask him about any of his setup, he is in the chat, so feel free to ask Vlad. Matthew says, my cave is my Mr. Box. Cave is a state of mind, Matthew. It doesn't have to be a location. Okay, let's go to Tim's redesigned cave.
So hello and welcome to the little room upstairs I've snagged for my cave.
Oh, okay, so it's a room upstairs now. So before he showed us the room downstairs, and he's got a second room in the house, and he's also got he's got the same Perspex monitor risers that I have. I do like these. Anyway. Carry on, Tim.
Thanks to my wife who agreed to let me do it. As I said in my previous video, I'd outgrown the cave I was using. And up here, other than creaky floorboards, I've got the chance to put out many more machines. So I've got several 8-bit machines and 16-bit machines out permanently now, which is great. We'll rotate them around. I've got a few others that aren't out.
I'm waiting for Tim to disappear through the floorboards at any moment. But no, I like the way they're all set up. You just need one chair on wheels and you can zoom along all of them and play on them all. Got a Halo helmet there, I think.
But I feel a lot better, a lot happier with that. And I've got a little bit of a modern gaming setup as well, with a little 4K TV, hi-fi and whatnot.
What's this setup? This is a bit fancy. This looks like you've pinched it from the meeting room at work. This stand looks very useful to have such a big telly on wheels.
A chance to chill out up here, which is great. I've got that
I think it's on wheels.
Beastly Samsung Touch that I won about 18 months ago, which was lucky, but yeah, it's a crazy old thing, and its stand is absolutely massive. And I've got a little sofa in the middle to sit down on.
That is a good size PVM over there. Look at that. That must be perhaps 19, perhaps 21 inch. That's a lovely unit.
And on the file side, a couple of CRTs.
Ian, Pixels, it's not about the Dyson fan. We're looking at the retro tech, not the new tech.
And PVM, which is all hooked up underneath to the older consoles, which is great. And then on my far wall
is a gigantic sword.
I've installed the racking, which has got all the various systems, games and things. And in my first video, I think Neil noticed when these were downstairs that I had a few box N64 games. And so I didn't really show them, I think, in the last video, but these I guess the thing that's interesting for me about these is that every single one of them was bought when the N64 was current, and so they are either gifts for my now grown up children or that I bought for myself. So that's my collection, and that's kind of why that's meaningful to me.
At the bottom of that collection, I saw you had Paper Mario, which is a game that's been on my list to play for ages, but I haven't got around to playing it. Apparently it's a superb game on the N64, Paper Mario.
Recently I kind of went a bit nuts and bought a practically complete set of 7800 Atari console games, all boxed, and the obligatory Spectrum and Amiga.
Nice little collection of Cinemaware games coming along there. Lords of the Rising Sun, Rocket Ranger. It came from the desert, which I was testing today on the PC Engine on CD, which has got its own extra CD soundtrack and things. And Wings. So what are you missing from there? I guess you're missing the TV sports, football and basketball. What other Cinemaware games were there in the chat? We've got Frontier. Gotta have cannon fodder.
Stuff back from the day, and manuals, because I like to have the manuals for my systems.
Defender of the Crown.
More work to do, a desk to come up, some extra shelves and things to go in, but yeah, hope you like it. Work in progress. Thanks.
And there's the Next down there, ZX Spectrum Next, C64C. What's that, an Apple IIe, I think? Yeah, we did see some of these downstairs, so they've been moved upstairs, but it's a nice setup, really nice. Little Mega Drive Mini there. Actually, seeing it there gives you a real sense of scale. Seeing that Mega Drive Mini next to all the other things.
Thanks. See ya. Bye.
Thanks, Tim. See ya. Bye. The Three Stooges game. Yeah, that's another Cinemaware game. There we go, we'll finish up again on David's lovely walk that we started the stream with. So those are our tours for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, I'm going to try and find the time to do a show and tell, or I might just film myself boxing up the IBMs so you can see them going into the boxes ready to go. Might whet your appetite to bid on the auctions, or, well, the buy it nows when they come up. I was thinking of maybe some kind of chain reaction style idea, because as far as I see it, we've still got quite a few more weeks of these to come. So I was thinking perhaps No, the auction links aren't up yet. I'll make sure everyone knows cleverly when they are. I was thinking perhaps if we start kind of a chain thing. So if we start with the letter A, and instead of room tours, although they're all still welcome, if you want to pick your favourite game off your shelf, beginning with the letter A, let's say 30 seconds max, so that we can just fit loads of them in. Tell us why you like that game, and then the next day we'll move on to B, and then C, and then D. Some of the letters are going to be a struggle. I'll try and join in when I can. So, I'm inviting you to send me a short video, 30 seconds, a game beginning with the letter A, to retromancave@gmail.com. Put in the subject something to make it obvious that it's for the vlogs, video for the vlogs. And we'll see if enough people do it. We'll do the video game chain. Maybe it won't work and we'll just carry on with the tours, but it seems like a fun thing to do, and it gives me a reason to go through my shelves, remind myself what games I've got. Good. Well, I'm glad you're all well. Gonna go and put my feet up now. I enjoyed. If anybody's into this, the National Theatre have made a load of their plays free to watch on YouTube. So last night I watched Treasure Island, and it was brilliant. The sets were amazing. Go and look up the National Theatre. Some good stuff on there. Or just play video games. Neil's been watching them. Neil Gravitt. Excellent. Yeah, I watched One Man, Two Governors as well. That was very funny. But yeah, watch Treasure Island, if only for the sets. The set is incredible on it. And David tells us where it is. We did wonder, David. It's in Ascoffey Hall. Ascoffey Hall in Spalding. Cool. Right, yeah, thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, David, for your videos today. I'll give you one last bit of gizmo. There you go. Get the gizmo cam in. There you go. Gizmo is sleeping on the chair today. No, get off me, she says. Cool. Right, take care everyone. Same time tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye bye. He's waving.